Hello guys, how's it going today? Right now we're gonna take you with us. We gotta work on a small project, kind of like a last minute project. It's gonna be pretty easy, only two colors. We just gotta apply these decals on the back window of a truck. But right now, well, let's go back to the house and tell you exactly the materials and equipment that we use to get this project done. The one on the left is our actual design, and I'm gonna use some alignments as well as registration marks. I gotta make sure that they are completely aligned, not just the top and the bottom, but also the sides. If we had something like this, the one on the right, we wouldn't have to worry too much about doing what we're about to do, because we could use the bottom of this number and measure from here, same on this side, and also to the sides. And I mean, that would be a lot easier, but that's not going to be the case. I'm going to get rid of it. Since we're going to be dealing with this one here, I need to figure it out. First, I'm going to go to the left where we have the rectangle tool. I'm just going to make a little rectangle, and then I'm going to make it gray, and I'm going to align it. So I'm going to click on that rectangle, and then I'm going to click the shift button and click on the red image, and then click on the key, the letter R. Actually, it was supposed to be the letter L, that's in left. And then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to click it again, and then shift, and then click on the gray letters, or the gray design, and then the letter T as in top. And this is what our software did. It brought it all the way to the top, as well as to the left, as well as to the left of our yellow section of the decal. Now I'm going to make a copy of that, and I'm going to bring it over here just to show you what I did. I'm going to repeat the same steps. I'm going to click on that shift button, and then the red, but this time I'm going to do, instead of top, I'm going to do the letter B as in bottom, and then I'm going to click on the same letter L as in left, and I'm going to click on this one. Actually, I forgot that I was supposed to click on the gray letter, gray section of the decal, which is not a big deal. All right, see? Now I can make two copies of the same and then repeat the same steps. You already know. Top, and then this time R instead of left. It's going to be the letter R as in right. Actually bottom. Yep, there you go. All right, so let me get another ruler so you can see that they are completely aligned with our whole design. And now I'm going to make a copy of these alignments, since I'm going to be using those as registration marks. Copy, and then I'm going to click on the shift button and click on the red section, and then I'm going to weld them. I'm going to go here to arrange, and then shaping tool, and then weld. Now I have the registration marks for that, but remember that I made a copy of those. Now I'm going to click on the shift button and on the gray section of the decal, and then I'm going to do the same with those. Weld, and look at that. Now we have our alignments as well as our registration marks. Once we apply this section, then we can focus on the red. Now the next thing that I'm going to show you is how to add not the registration marks, but the weeding boxes. I could apply the weeding boxes using Cutting Master 3, but I'm going to use the software here, and I will tell you in a minute why. I'm going to go to the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to create a rectangle. Our vinyl measures 15 inches, so I got to make sure that the height is less than 15, which is perfect. But I'm going to center, and then letter E. I'm going to go back to the tool here, the freehand, but I'm going to use actually the 2-point line, and then I'm going to just do a line in between here, and I'm going to move it a little bit to the right, and then I'm going to make another line here using the same tool. See, and these are our weeding boxes. If I wanted to make it easier, I could easily apply one here. Then when the time comes to weed out, I would focus this section, this one, then this one, and then the numbers, and that way would make it a lot easier. Now I'm going to send it to this software, which is Cutting Master 3. This is the one we use, and I'm going to tell you the settings, the cut force and all that. So in case you're wondering, this is how we send it to the Cutting Master 3, the one that comes with our vinyl cutter. And then here we can make different copies. I'm not gonna make any copies because we just need one, but I just wanted to show you the settings like the cut force and all that. And offset 0, speed 38, acceleration 1, cut force, we're gonna have it at 17. We're gonna give it a try. Hopefully the blade doesn't cut through the backing paper. We're going to use the Graphtec CE 6060, and the type of vinyl will be the Oracle 651. This is permanent outdoor vinyl. The place we're going right now, it's not too far away from our location. This is one of the reasons why we decided to do it this way. I went to measure the truck. The very first thing that we need to do, we are going to clean the window, and we're going to use the Rapid Tag. And here we have the first layer that we're going to apply, and it's going to be completely dry. Actually, the whole process is going to be completely dry. Remember that you can get the materials and equipment in the description of the video. We're going to have the links if you guys want to support us, but you can also go to our website, www.rdidecals.com. So we already measured. They're exactly the same, 125, and here to the sides is going to be 4.5, and same over here, it's 125, and to the sides is 4.5. The next thing, we're going to divide it in several sections to make it a lot easier.
It's kind of windy, so we gotta be careful.
And this is the reason why we're using this type of transfer. This one's easier when applying on windows. In case we needed to do a wet application, which we're going to avoid. As you can see, the vinyl cutter cut through the paper a little bit, not too bad. Now it's time to start removing the transfer, and we're going to do exactly as someone mentioned in the last video and gave us a tip on how to remove it a lot easier. Luis is applying some of that Rapid Tag, and he's gonna let it sit there for a little bit.
We're open for more suggestions, guys. If you know more tips, let us know.
All right, so since we want to get the other section done, we're going to remove it almost immediately, and it's coming off a lot easier. Yep. So thanks for the tip. Now it's time to expose our registration marks, and these are the same that we use on the decal to align and take the measurements. All right, so it took a little bit of time to align the registration marks, but we were able to get it done. No issues at all. And then I'm going to remove the backing paper.
Yeah, it looks good. Pretty close.
Yep, perfect. Now for this, I'm not gonna use any of the Rapid Tag, so you guys can see, like, it takes a little bit more pressure, I guess. When you apply that solution, it's a lot easier. But I mean, you are also gonna use or waste some of that material, so I mean solution. Now I only see like 1 or 2 bubbles, which I'm not gonna bother too much because I don't wanna be making little holes throughout the decal, because those will never go away. Once it gets really hot, the bubbles will completely disappear. So I'm not going to worry too much about them. Probably this one here. Alright guys, so this is it for today's video. Remember that if you liked it, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Remember that we also have the links in the description of the video if you want to get the equipment or materials. Also, we have memberships available. All you have to do is just go to the join button to see all the options available. As always, we appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys until the next one.